and it's tournament day. Today we're going to an RTT. I'm taking 2,000 points of competitive Drukhari. We're playing here in Barrie, Ontario, Canada. 16 people, 4 rounds. So dig in, let's see how the day goes. If you have any comments or questions, leave them in the comments down below. Let's go to an RTT together.
The Darkkin.
The Darkkin indeed. And we're going to start this video with taking a look at my army list a little bit in depth. And then we're going to go through every single one of my 4 games at this event. I love local RTTs. It's a chance to show off your stuff, compete against your friends, and even show off some really cool painted miniatures. So it's really awesome to see everybody. Let's dive into the list and leave a comment down below if you like RTTs as well.
And here we have 2,000 points of Beat Face Drukhari. So a lot of folks have been asking me what my competitive Drukhari list looks like. So here it is. This is 2,000 points. It's designed to be played in both ITC and ETC with a few changes. The only ETC illegal thing is my homunculus has a splinter pistol in my ITC version, which means that I'd have to just pay the 5 points for his stinger pistol in the ETC version. So this is a very tough list. It's a variation that I've been working on for the better part of 8 months. So let's take a look at what makes this tick. So we start off with Archon Skari, the Blade himself. He is running a spearhead detachment of 3 triple disintegrator Ravagers. They're the workhorses of the Drukhari army for sure. They're so good. He's also brought a Razorwing jet fighter along with him with a twin splinter rifle and the missiles. That is my Cabal of the Black Heart detachment. Then I have a Coven battalion led by Urian Rakarth himself and a homunculus that has a electrocorrosive whip and a pistol. 8 grotesques, the meat of the list, literally. And then the troops, we have 1 unit of 10 racks with a Venom Blade and a Ossifactor, 8 racks and 5 racks, and then 2 units of 2 Talos with Haywire Blasters, twin Haywire Blasters, Chain Flails and Macro Scalpels as well, and 2 Kronos with the Siphons only, which is the Flamer weapon. That is the Coven Prophets of Flesh detachment. And then I have a Witch Patrol. So I have 20 Witches, and these are Cursed Blade, so Cult of the Cursed Blade. The Hecatrix is just armed with a close combat weapon. I have one Hydra Gauntlet and 1 Shardnet and Impaler. And my Succubus is armed with a Shardnet and Impaler. And this is 2,000 points. Now it's designed to be very flexible, can deal with a variety of different lists. But let's see how it does. But I'm ready to go. I've got my Hammerhead Games tray, which is a really cool, useful little tray. I'm taking that down. I've got all my colored bands, because I put colored bands on the different units. I also have a couple of things that people are borrowing today, because we play Borrow Hammer. And if people want to make the nastiest list ever, they can borrow things from friends. And then I've got all my books and stuff like that in my satchel, and I am ready to rock and roll.
I'm all packed up and ready to go, and I head off to Sir Games a Lot in Barrie, Ontario, Canada, that has a great gaming space, great looking armies, a couple of Space Wolves armies. That's Billy's army over here. You know, even Shane, who you've seen on the channel before, and he's a patron to the channel, bringing his brand new acquired 3rd Plague Burst Crawler, so he decided to bring the heat. Even Morty. Well, speaking of Shane, let's dive right into round 1.
Wait, Shane, don't disappear. You're playing against who? First round?
80 Steelers.
80 Steelers. Have fun.
I got a lot of stuff.
You got a lot of stuff to kill Steelers, though. Let's do it. Okay, I get to play Colin
who I played with my Black Templars in the last tournament, and Colin brought his orcs. He brought 3 Dakar Jets though this time, so really excited. Hey Colin, say hi to the camera. That's right. So it's a rematch time.
Colin's list had 90 boys, 60 grots, 3 Dakar Jets, a Morkanaut, essentially a lot of orc stuff, even some tank busters. So going into the game, I knew I had to try and stay conservative early in the match and then push out hard later in the game. But at the same time, I knew that my target priority were the Dakar Jets and the tank busters before they could kill my Ravagers and my troops.
Okay, so this is starting of turn 2. This is the table as it looks like. I was able to move him up to snipe one of the characters that was back here, the jump warp head. I was able to use Vect. I had to spend 5 command points though to Vect Grot Shield, and then the Ravagers took out the tank busters. So it's on to turn 3, I'll start at turn 3. My Razorwing Jet Fighter is just causing some havoc in the backfield over here. I was able to kill both Dakar Jets this turn. That one was right here, so I ended up making a line, so he had to fly off the board with a bunch of models. And then I killed that one in shooting. And now the Gorkonaut's going to be coming up and probably charging into the Grotesques. So it's turn 3.
And that is the end of round 1. This is Colin, my opponent. How'd the game go?
Better for you.
Better for me. Different than the Black Templar. Yes. So, who's your MVP?
The Dakar Jets.
The Dakar Jets. Holy crap, the Dakar Jets shoot a lot.
Yes. When you add the +1, then shoot again, and 5 and 6 rerolls.
Thanks, Matt.
Bad moons reroll in 1.
It's crazy. They just murdered like a bunch of my little rack units turn 1, but I feel like you overextended that game.
Yeah, with the boys, I should stay back and just let the Dakar Jets.
You really wanted to jump.
Yeah, I don't know. I wanted to get in combat. What a mistake.
Yeah, that's okay. And then the Grotesques and the Vexeter Mask just like took care of pretty much everything else.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, best of luck for the rest of the tournament. Thanks a lot for the game. Okay, let's go on to round 2.
So that was round 1 for me. And I got to go around and take a look at the other armies. We had Necrons, we had Space Wolves, we had Grey Knights, we had Knights, we had Astra Militarum. There was a variety of armies there, which is really cool. Tyranids, even, and Inari as well. So there was a good combination, and some of the armies look fantastic, really cool looking. It's always really nice to go to an RTT, so I recommend you find a tournament near you and go support a local gaming store. It was also a chance, you've seen Matt on the channel, and he's been running his Grey Knights, and they did fantastic this event. He was going there, he finished his 20-game series with his Grey Knights, and he finished 10 and 10 with Grey Knights, which is really cool. And so going into round 2, and I'm facing Greg, and Greg has brought a Knight detachment, Hawk Shroud with Catachan, Loyal 32. So with that, looking at the table, it's once again Hammer and Anvil. Round 2, let's go.
And we're here on round 2. I'm playing Greg, who you saw when we played Cities of Death, which was really fun. And he's brought his Knights of Hawk Shroud, a couple of Helvrins, Paladin that's a Warlord, a Crusader, a Gallant, and then the Loyal 32 Catachans sitting there looking pretty. He decided to go first. We're playing Mission 3. And mine is Titan Slayer, Kingslayer, and Old School for my secondaries. And he's got Big Game Hunter, Headhunter, and Old School as well. Okay, so I've kind of hid all my Ravagers in the back, and I've got Witches in the Webway. So he's just doing his movement phases right now.
Okay, that's the end of round 2, and I'm here with Greg.
Inquisitor Vayur, I'm going to go with.
Inquisitor. He's the Inquisitor. Right. And the Knights hit the flesh wall.
They hit the flesh wall. I did manage to kill 2 Talos and 2 Chronos. I'm pretty proud of that. I'm happy about that.
It's not easy to kill them.
But those witches, they held up my 2 Helverins for about 3-4 times.
Gave me a little spot, and I was able to put all the witches in there. and they
just,
charged and wrapped the Helverins.
Yeah, I gave them a small little pocket just big enough to fit the 20 guys in there, and they tied me up for
those witches won me the game. Like, and then they didn't die. Like your Gallant went in.
Oh man,
like,
the feel no pains, the
dodges, the involves. 4-up invol, you either make a ton of them or you don't. There's no in between.
And you made them all.
I made them all this time. Okay, so we're moving. It was lunch now.
Lunch.
Now it was a 36 to 13.
Yeah.
But best of luck for the rest of the event.
Same to you.
No problem.
Cheers.
Thanks a lot, and we'll see you on round 3.
And that was the end of round 2. Fantastic game, Greg's a pleasure to play every single time. Inquisitor, the Inquisitor. So Nurgle was also very prevalent. We had Shane's list. We also had Jason's list, which you've seen before. His, of course, was a lot more Plague Bearers and Nurgle Demon heavy. And then on round 3, I get to play Rob and his infamous Crimson Fists Primaris Space Marine army using the Indomitus Crusade detachment from the Vigilus book. Lots and lots of Primaris. He's got about 60 or 70 Primaris Marines in there. 80 Primaris Marines, and they all have a combination of bolters, and they use stratagems, and they snipe out your characters, and they shoot a lot, and they auto-hit. I was very excited about this game. I knew that my biggest strength from in the past was my Ravagers, so I had to use them to the best of my capacity to kill all those Space Marine and Horde.
It is round 3, and I'm playing Rob and his horde of Primaris Space Marines. So using the Indomitus Crusaders. How have they been doing so far?
They've been doing great so far until they met some Disintegrators.
Disintegrators do kill Primaris Marines pretty quickly. So you gave me first turn, and I decided to just move up really quickly up here, and then the Ravagers took care of the Hellblasters. And I killed 7 of the Stalker Bolt Rifles that can snipe out characters, which is a big deal as well. So we'll see how this goes. This is round 3 of the Invitational Tournament. Okay, so that was the end of round 3, and I will say that Disintegrators killed Primaris Marines. So that was a lot of Disintegrator shots, killing a lot of Primaris Marines. So then I did take the win. Rob did have to head out. He had to go home. So now on to round 4. And it's going to be one of these two gentlemen over here. Matt or Eric, who's got his Castellan Catachan Guard. Ooh, exciting stuff.
So that's it. End of round 3. On to the final round of a 4-round event. Now, 4-round events are not easy on the legs, they're not easy on the brain. You have to make sure you're drinking lots of water, staying hydrated, sitting down when you can, eating snacks. You know, it was really cool to see everybody come down and have a lot of fun, and it's just awesome to be able to throw dice for the game. So Matt also went 3-1 with his Grey Knights. So, drum roll please, round 4, I'm playing the Castellan Catachan Blob Guard. Now this is definitely a very recognizable meta list. You have a brigade of guardsmen, you have them all Catachans, you've got Ironhand Strachan and a priest to give them all +1 attack each, so +2 attacks in close combat. You also have an Ogren Bodyguard, you've got a Psyker for some -1 to hit shenanigans. The Manticores or Basilisks, depending on who you're playing against, provide long-range fire support. The Sentinels can tie things up in combat and or zone out the backfield. And then you have the Castellan Robot that can use House Raven strats, and in this case, he has run 2 Helverins with the autocannons just to really throw a lot of fire downstream. This and the mortars that can shoot things out of line of sight. This is a very strong list, and I knew it was not going to be an easy matchup. You know, we go up to the table, we're playing Hammer and Anvil, and the middle of the board is pretty much devoid of any and all terrain. Let's see what happens.
It's round 4. I'm playing Derek. And I decided to go first. He didn't seize at the Raise Wing. He almost killed a unit of mortars back here. But other than that, I'm hiding. I put the Grotesque and the unit which is in the webway, ready to jump out, hopefully do some damage. So let's see how this goes. It's definitely going to be a fun game. I'm playing the one with the priority objective. So his is that. No, that one over there. And mine is this one over here. Okay, wish me luck. And that's game. Turn, round 4. It's been a long day. We've been here since, like, for 12 hours almost. Okay, so game 4, how'd it go?
It was good. grotesques are always tough.
They are. They I teleported them this game, and they came in and just cleared out a bunch of chaff.
And I think your clutch witch maneuver made the game.
I moved my witches into like a Y, and I was able to tag both Helvrins and wrap a sentinel to stop the Helvrins from shooting and stop the sentinel from falling back, so you couldn't shoot the witches for a turn.
And then locked me up, my catachans up with the succubus. So
that's right.
Witches are strong.
The shard net. This is great, especially now that there's a lot of horde infantry. I really like that, like hold you in combat so you can't run away. And then I added the Ravagers into there, so you couldn't fall back and you couldn't shoot my Ravagers and you couldn't go away from that.
Very good.
But the Castellan, there's a couple of changes you want to do. I feel like you and I both didn't really pick the right secondary objectives that we wanted.
No, I picked ground control and only managed to get 1 out of 4 secondaries, which cost me.
Yeah, and this was a rematch from us down at the Capital C Bloodbath.
Yeah.
And it was definitely a lot closer this time.
4th game again. Yeah. Same as last time.
Say 4th round, end of the day. We're both really tired. Mentally, you decide to chug a Red Bull.
Worked out. I think it helped.
You're like shaking while you're rolling dice.
Yeah, doing well.
Ellie, thanks a lot for the game, and we'll see you at the next event.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Awesome. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. We'll go back to the studio.
See ya.
Okay, we're here back at the studio. Wow, what an event. A huge congratulations to everybody who came out and had some fun, and to all the winners as well that placed. The Drukhari did take the top spot that event. 4 rounds, hard-fought games, and I find that the list that I play has a lot of tools to deal with a variety of different missions, especially ITC, but also ETC, and a variety of different opponents. So, I'd love to know what you think. It was a great journey. I've been playing Black Templars and Nurgle, and I even played Tyranids, just to kind of give myself a palate cleanser before the end of the ITC season. So if you have any questions, comments, leave one down below. Now, I would not be able to do this without all the support of the Patreons and everybody who follows on Twitch. If you'd like to become a denizen and help me create more content like this, and go to more events, check the link down below. You can become a denizen today. I also have cool coaching stuff that I do as well. Well, other than that, I'm Skari, your grateful host. Thanks a lot for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next video. I hope you're having a great new year, and I am Skari, your grateful host, signing off until next time. Skari out.